What are the characteristics of an unhealthy person? Welcome to another episode of the Express Yourself podcast. And the reason why I wanted to bring this topic up is because I hear this all the time. People thinking that they're taking healthy decisions, but actually they're all being triggered by something else that they have not healed from yet or have not looked into yet, that is actually an unhealthy characteristics of their persona, an unhealthy activity that they're going through over and over again, as if they are playing their life by a tape, or they are being driven by unhealthy relationships around them. So let's dig right into this, and just a little warning right away, I might trigger you in this one, but hey, it's a positive trigger, so let's get into it. Okay, tribe, let's talk about some toxic habits that unhealthy people have. And if you have any of those, don't punish yourself for them. You're here to become better, to be aware of them so that you can change your habits for the long term. So it's all good. We're just here to really take that self-reflection, be honest with ourselves. And again, if you feel like this resonates with you, or you feel like you are doing this, write it down so you have it on paper. Unhealthy traits are always assuming the worst. So what kind of mindset do you have? An unhealthy person will always see the worst in any situation and dig deeper and feed deeper into those unhealthy emotions and thoughts, rather than trying to find a neutral or even positive perspective to that incident, activity, whatever happened. Another way, and that is very, very well known, specifically in my industry where I work with people who want to become healthier or even just fitter, lose some weight, look better, it's always looking for the easy way out. And I mean, I get it. I've been there, okay? And sometimes we fall back into those traps. But if you are that type of person that is always looking for the easy way out, meaning you always look for the fast, quick to digest solution, you should know by now that most of the times it's not going to bring you the success that you're trying to achieve. So, again, if you feel like you qualify with this habit that we categorize as toxic, it's okay. We all have been there. We all are there at some points in our lives, regardless what the thing is that we want to achieve. But looking for the easy way out, again, is not going to solve the initial problem, which lies way deeper, as we all know. It's just a matter of fact if you want to look at it or not. All right. Another very, very toxic trait is feeling jealous of others' success. So I feel you. Sometimes I look at a person and I feel a little jealous. And when that emotion comes up, I really ask myself, where does it come from? And why is it coming up? What happens after that? Again, am I feeding into the emotion? Am I starting criticizing that person? Am I trying to find an excuse for why I am actually limiting myself with my own limiting beliefs to justify that jealousy that comes up? Let's be honest though, none of us really wants to feel jealous, right? We don't want to suppress our emotions. But we also don't want to feel those specific emotions in the first place. So what can we do to make sure that whenever that emotion comes up, we can control it and not the emotion controls us? We can learn to identify where it comes from, where it actually stems from, and work on that on a deeper level. So when that feeling of anger, sadness, jealousy, whatever it is, comes up, ask yourself, how could you take more control of your life right now? Is it by feeding into that emotion, or is it by actually taking some time to self-reflect and be like, hey, okay, why is this specific person or this specific thing triggering me so much? What's behind it? Dig deeper. Blame their health on genetics. This is one I hear a lot in my field, of course. So I'm sure you know a person that always does that, right? Loads of people blame the circumstances of why their outer shell doesn't represent their inner shell on genetics. Yeah, I come from a strong family and we've all been like this. It is the reason why, my excuse, hence why I look a certain way, and there's nothing I can change about. To which amount do you think that is actually true? Perhaps there's a little bit of truth behind it, but I don't think that is the case for most of us. There are reasons why you have underlying, again, limitations within you. There are reasons why you're finding excuses for not going the not easy way. Yeah, you're giving yourself an excuse, a reason why it is okay that it is the way it is, but you're actually really unhappy with it. So we again need to really identify and figure out, instead of just assuming, blaming it on something, because it's always easier to blame it on something else, something external, than on ourselves. If you really believe that your genetics have something to do, how about I ask you the following thing instead? What childhood traumas do you feel have increased your fear of never being able to change physically? Ask yourself this question, because most of the things are changeable. And it's, again, just a limitation of you. You're holding yourself back from making that change happen. So instead of, again, feeding into that, think differently. There are many, many other habits that we can talk about. But if any of those that I just mentioned resonate with you, I think you yourself can dig even deeper and be like, okay, what else do I have that I feel is unhealthy? My continuous behavior to dive into some stimulating drugs like alcohol, emotional binge eating, or having to scroll endlessly long on social media, having to check social media accounts all the time, having to watch hours of useless Netflix series. Are any of those traits also described as unhealthy for me? The answer is yes, right? We all have our getaway drug. That's how I call it. My getaway drug was always cannabis. So it has taken me a long time to realize it, to not feed my excuse, and to be aware of it, to have better control over it. And it's okay, again, if you enjoy a certain activity, like scrolling through Instagram, of course we all like that, or watching Netflix, or eating or drinking sometimes a little bit. But there's a difference, and you know that very well, between this is healthy for me and this is not healthy for me anymore. And if we are really, really honest with ourselves, we will figure out the difference for sure. So again, try to think of that. Where am I giving in on myself? Perhaps it's more relationship-wise. Am I giving in to someone? Am I giving my power away to someone? Perhaps my family, my friends, my loved ones, my relationship. How am I behaving unhealthy? If I truly say I want to become healthier physically, mentally, socially, emotionally, spiritually, what am I not doing today to help that, to improve that impact? That that desired outcome could have on my life. Why am I choosing the other way around? And again, how could I have more control over my own life right now? And once you have identified your unhealthy traits, think how, again, you can change yourself, reprogram yourself. What has worked for you in the past when it comes to your personal growth? Think about why it has worked and how you could implement the same or a similar strategy into the other desired outcome that you want to have in your life right now, right? Because you want to become a healthier person, and that goes way beyond fitness and nutrition. There are 5 pillars to health, in my opinion. And again, it's mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, social. So, social. Think which relationships are not giving me anything, which of them are deepening my insecurities, my fears, are worsening the beliefs that I have. I don't even know if worsening is a word, but anyway, you know what I mean. And when you have come to that self-reflection, yeah, think, who do you need to become in order for you to be successful? Who do you need to become successfully healthy? Because you have the power over it. No one else does. And once you have figured that out too, think again, how will getting the desired outcome impact other areas of my life? If you achieve to become completely healthy, independent from social constructs that are not good for you, that are unhealthy for you, this will again have an impact on other areas of your life where you will be able to manage your emotions better, or vice versa. So there are many, many good desired outcomes. Let me repeat this question one more time. How will getting the desired outcome impact other areas of your life? Write that shit down, girl or boy, and see what you get. See what you get. See where you want to go. Put down them goals. Have a strategy to it by again asking yourself those questions after you've reflected. And this one is very tough, yeah, but I mean, if you know where you are now and you know where you want to go, why do you think, or what do you think are the reasons you are not there yet? Be real with yourself. Be honest with yourself first. Choose yourself. Pour energy into your own cup before you give other people energy, because that's how you can help. How you can help you, how you can help the world, how you can help all the people around you. So I want to leave you with that. I would want to keep these podcasts short and sweet, unless I'm interviewing someone, so that you just have enough to really digest it whenever you have time to listen to this. And yeah, just get a little bit of inspiration from it. That's what I want to contribute for today. I want to contribute that you get inspired by this podcast. And if it brought you some insights, please, by all means, help me share this podcast. Send it to a friend, to someone. It would absolutely mean the world to me. I really appreciate your support. And this is how you can help me as much as I'm trying to help contribute you to become, a better version of yourself. So thanks so much again for listening, and I'll talk to you in the next one, tribe. Bye-bye.